Imagine standing on a rooftop in Tangier at sunset. The call to prayer echoes across the city, the smell of spices rises from the market below, and in the distance, across the shimmering blue waters of the Strait of Gibraltar, you can actually see the mountains of Spain. This is Morocco, a place where continents touch, where empires collided, and where cultures layered on top of each other for centuries. Morocco is one of the oldest continuous kingdoms in the world, ruled by dynasties stretching back more than 1,200 years, but it is also one of the most surprising. Did you know that Africa has ski resorts with snow-covered mountains? Did you know that the world's oldest university, still operating today, was founded here by a woman in the 9th century? Or that entire cities are painted in bright shades of blue, with reasons ranging from spiritual symbolism to mosquito control? In this video, we'll uncover the fascinating facts about Morocco that most people have never heard. From desert empires and legendary cities to explorers who may have crossed the Atlantic long before Columbus, Morocco's story is stranger, deeper, and more dramatic than you've ever imagined. Stick with me to the end, because Morocco isn't just another travel destination, it's a crossroads of world history. Let's begin with Morocco's geography, because this is where its history starts. Morocco sits on the very tip of northwest Africa, and only 9 miles of water separate it from Europe. On a clear day, you can literally see Spain across the Strait of Gibraltar. For traders, conquerors, and travelers, Morocco was the bridge between Africa and Europe, and between the Mediterranean and the Atlantic. That made it one of the most contested, most valuable, and most culturally diverse regions in the world. And Morocco isn't just sand dunes and camels. This country holds almost every landscape imaginable. Snow-capped mountains rise in the Atlas Range, where locals ski in resorts like Ukaimadon. Fertile valleys grow olives, oranges, and grapes. Vast forests cover the north, while golden beaches stretch along both the Atlantic and Mediterranean coasts. And yes, the Sahara Desert dominates the south, but even there, you'll find nomadic tribes who've survived its harsh conditions for centuries. Morocco is a country of contrasts. You can go from snow to desert in a single day's drive. The diversity of the land is matched by the diversity of its people. Morocco's first inhabitants were the Amazigh, often known as Berbers, who have lived here for thousands of years. They created their own languages, art, and traditions long before the Arab conquests of the 7th century. When Islam arrived, it blended with Amazigh culture to create something unique. Today, Morocco has 2 official languages, Arabic and Amazigh. But step into a cafe in Casablanca and you might hear French from the colonial period, or Spanish in the north, and English from younger generations. Many Moroccans can switch between 3 or 4 languages in a single conversation. This linguistic dance is a reminder that Morocco has always been a crossroads, absorbing influences from wherever they came. And Morocco has a history of strong women shaping that culture. One of the most remarkable was Fatima al-Fihri, who founded the University of Al-Qarawiyyin in Fez in the year 859. UNESCO and the Guinness Book of World Records both recognize it as the world's oldest continually operating university. Long before Oxford, long before Harvard, Morocco already had a place where scholars debated philosophy, law, astronomy, and medicine. Think about that. The roots of higher education as we know it today can be traced back to a North African woman over 1100 years ago. By the way, if you're enjoying this dive into Morocco's hidden history, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps us grow and lets us bring you more untold stories from around the world. Morocco's cities are legendary. Fez is often called the Athens of Africa because of its scholarship and culture. Its labyrinthine Medina is so vast that even locals sometimes get lost in it. Marrakech, with its famous red walls, was once the heartbeat of Moroccan empires and gave its name to the entire country. For centuries, Europeans simply called Morocco Marrakech. Then there is Chefchaouen, the blue city, where nearly every wall is painted in rich shades of indigo, symbolizing heaven. Others believe it deters mosquitoes. Whatever the reason, Chefchaouen looks like a city built from a dream, a painter's canvas come to life. But Morocco's most famous city in the west might be Casablanca. Thanks to the Hollywood film of the same name, people imagine smoky cafes and wartime intrigue. But real Casablanca is a bustling modern city with skyscrapers, a massive mosque, and millions of people driving its economy forward. This blend of romantic legend and modern reality sums up Morocco itself, always layered, always more than what you first expect. Of course, you can't talk about Morocco without talking about its food. Moroccan cuisine is a masterpiece of flavor, blending Arab, Amazigh, Mediterranean, and African traditions. Couscous is the national dish, but it's not just a side dish here, it's a communal meal served with vegetables, meat, meat and rich broth. Tagines, slow cooked in clay pots, combine sweet and savory in ways that surprise foreign visitors. Pastilla, a flaky pastry filled with spiced meat and sugar, combines opposites into something unforgettable. And then there is mint tea, sometimes called Moroccan whiskey because it's served everywhere, sweetened with sugar and poured with flair from a height. Food in Morocco is not just about eating, it's about gathering, community and hospitality. To share a meal in Morocco is to share a bond. And just like its food, Morocco's crafts have traveled the world. Moroccan leather, tiles and carpets are famous everywhere. In fact, Morocco leather once meant the highest quality in Europe. Even today, you'll find tourists filling their suitcases with handmade carpets and lanterns, carrying a little piece of Moroccan tradition back home. Morocco's history is just as fascinating as its culture. Unlike many African nations, Morocco was never fully colonized. The French and Spanish occupied parts of the country in the 20th century, but Morocco remained a kingdom and reclaimed its full independence in 1956. Its monarchy is one of the oldest in the world, and it survived wave after wave of European colonization. This resilience is part of why Moroccans are so proud of their identity today. Even earlier in history, Morocco's power stretched far beyond its borders. Moroccan dynasties sent armies into Spain during the Middle Ages, leaving behind architecture, language, and science that shaped European history. Moroccan traders reached deep into Africa, controlling the gold routes to Timbuktu and beyond. Some historians even suggest that Moroccan sailors crossed the Atlantic long before Columbus, reaching the Americas but leaving little behind to prove it. Whether legend or fact, these stories show how ambitious and outward-looking Moroccan civilizations once were.
So, what does all of this mean? Morocco is not a monolith. It's not just deserts and camels, and it's not just Casablanca. It's a place where the Sahara meets the sea, where medieval universities still stand, and where cultures have blended for centuries. It is a land of colors, flavors, resilience, and pride. The next time you hear the word Morocco, think beyond the postcard cliches. Think of the people, the languages, the history, and the traditions that make it one of the most fascinating countries in the world. If you've made it this far, what surprised you the most about Morocco's story? Was it the Blue City, the skiing in Africa, or the world's oldest university founded by a woman? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And thank you for watching. Subscribe for more deep dives into the world's incredible histories.